Imagine you're running mission control at NASA. Like, a single pixel glitch on a monitor could literally mean mission failure. So how do you route perfectly synchronized 4K video to, 160 different screens at once without a microsecond of lag?
Yeah, it's wild to think about.
Right. Today we are taking a deep dive into this extensive catalog from HDTVSupply. They've been a global distributor of AV products for over 25 years, and our mission today is to explore that hidden infrastructure that powers these sprawling audio-visual networks. From the basic power supply all the way up to these massive routing setups.
It really is an invisible backbone. You never notice the infrastructure when you're looking at a huge command center or like a gigantic sports bar.
Oh, absolutely.
But the engineering required to keep those screens running flawlessly is incredibly complex.
Okay, so let's unpack this starting at the absolute foundation, which is the wall outlet. Looking through the sources, there's this anchor product. It's called the SurgeX SX-DS-154 Defender Series MultiPak.
Right, the SurgeX.
Yeah, it's a 120-volt, 15-amp unit, has one plug-in and four out, and I'll be honest, when I look at this thing, I just see a glorified $20 power strip. Why does a professional setup need such an expensive health insurance policy just to plug things in?
Well, because a standard power strip is basically just a gate, right?
Yeah.
It slams shut if a massive lightning strike hits.
Which is good.
Sure, but lightning isn't the real enemy here. The real threat to enterprise hardware is microanomalies.
Wait, what does that actually mean? Like, are we talking about brownouts?
Sometimes, yeah. But often it's just electrical noise. Think of the power grid like a murky river. A basic surge protector might block a flood, but the SurgeX acts more like a digital water treatment plant.
Oh, that makes sense.
Exactly. It actively filters out these microscopic impurities in the current. Because if you don't filter those out, that dirty power slowly degrades the microchips inside your routing equipment over time.
And then things just crash.
Yeah, if a chip fails, you don't just lose a single TV, you could crash the entire network.
Yeah.
So before you even attempt to distribute high-end video, you have to guarantee pristine power.
Right, but pristine power is useless if the video data itself gets bottlenecked.
Which brings us to routing.
Yeah.
Once your power is secure, how do you actually get a 4K signal to dozens of screens at the exact same time?
That's where things get really fun.
Yeah, the catalog points to their MultiPak line of modular matrix switchers. It handles 4K at 60 Hz via AV over IP.
Right, and the engineering challenge there is incredible. AV over IP stands for Audiovisual over Internet Protocol.
So it's basically network traffic.
Exactly. Instead of running a heavy dedicated video cable from a source to every single television, you're treating the video like computer data.
But the catalog shows these switchers scaling from a simple 4x2 switch all the way up to an enormous 160 by 160 TV configuration.
Yeah, they get massive.
How do you keep 160 screens perfectly synced? Wouldn't there be a noticeable delay by the time the signal reaches the furthest monitor? Well, that's where the IP part comes in. The switcher takes that heavy 4K video, chops it up into millions of tiny data packets, and sends it across a network.
Okay.
And it uses precise timestamping. So the network switch can reassemble those packets instantly. Every single frame hits every monitor at the exact same millisecond, ensuring zero drift.
Wow, and the control side looks just as complex. To manage this huge web, they integrate control across free iOS and Android apps, custom WolfPad tablets, Windows 11 software.
They even have DirecTV app integration.
Right, for commercial venues like sports bars. But beyond sports bars, who actually needs a 160-screen setup with zero latency?
Government agencies, mostly. Massive institutions. HDTVSupply utilizes really strict purchasing channels. They are TAA approved, they operate on the federal GSA schedule, and they utilize the NASA C program.
Wait, let's pause on that. NASA CP, I assume that's not just bureaucratic alphabet soup.
Definitely not. CWP stands for Solutions for Enterprise-Wide Procurement. It basically means this gear meets the rigorous standards required by the federal government and space programs. When NASA needs fail-proof video routing for a launch, they rely on this exact tier of certified infrastructure.
But looking at their list of strategic partners, it's literally a who's who of tech. You have Bose, Canon, Dell, NVIDIA. I'm a bit skeptical here.
Why is that?
Well, how does a single distributor ensure compatibility? Like, how do fiercely competing brands talk to each other without crashing the system?
It comes down to protocol standardization. Because the WolfPak matrix uses standard IP network protocols, it provides neutral ground.
So it's like a translator.
Exactly, a universal translator. So a Dell server, a Canon camera, and Bose audio can communicate flawlessly over a single unified network.
That is wild. So the next time you're staring at a seamless video wall, just remember you're actually looking at an intense, highly synchronized ballet.
Yeah, there's a lot going on behind the drywall.
Right. It's the SurgeX power management filtering the current, and the WolfPak matrix packetizing the data to keep the illusion alive.
The hardware is doing a massive amount of heavy lifting, so you only ever see the picture.
Exactly. But I want to leave you with a final thought to mull over. Because buried in this extensive catalog are new listings for 8K HDMI products.
Oh yeah, that's coming.
Yeah, so as 8K video inevitably becomes the standard, will our current AV over IP LAN infrastructure actually be able to handle that sheer tidal wave of bandwidth? Or will the owners of these 160 TV networks eventually have to just rip out every single wire and start all over again?